Hello students, today we will be going over 1.1 and this is for Math 7, integers and absolute value. So with that we need to make sure we know some vocabulary. So the first thing is a rational number. What is a rational number? It is also known as Q, the set of Q. It's a number that can be expressed or written as a fraction with a non-zero denominator. So non-zero means it can't have zero. Denominator means on the bottom. So if you have a fraction like 4/5, the 4 is the numerator, 5 is the denominator. And I want you to write this down so you remember it. Okay? So, negative numbers are numbers less than 0. So those would be anything 0. You don't include 0, but anything this direction. Okay? Integers is the set of all positive and negative whole numbers. So it wouldn't include 0, but it would include everything else. All of the rest of these on the number lines. Okay, inequalities are symbols used to compare numbers. So this one is less than. That one is more than. This one you can think of, okay, less than or equal to. So it's got half of an equal sign. So, and the other one, greater than or equal to. Okay? So absolute value is the distance a number is from 0. And it's always positive. Okay? All right. Practice. Now we're going to practice 32 feet underground. How do we write that? If it's underground, so it's going to have to be a negative number if it's underground. So negative 32. 8 weeks after birth, 8 weeks old. Okay? Then 2,000 feet above sea level, above 2,000, a loss of $249. Negative 249. Okay, now we're going to compare the following integers using inequality symbols. Negative 3, is that less than or greater than or equal to 4? Less than. If you think about the alligator, it wants to eat the 4. Okay, now negative 5 and negative 1, this is where a lot of students get confused. Remember, the higher the negative, the bigger the loss. So it would actually be this direction because negative 5 is less than negative 1. And if you think about it on the number line, if you have negative 1, 0, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if 1 is this way on the number line, it's going to be less than. If it's that way on the number line, it's going to be greater than. See this negative 5 down here? It's way below negative 1, so it's going to be less than on the number line. Okay? So, let's go on to the next page and do a few more on this page. Negative 2 is what compared to negative 8? Well, where is it on the number line? Negative 8 is more left on the number line than negative 2. So negative 2 is actually bigger than negative 8, even though you might think, oh, 2 is less than 8. But in negative numbers, it becomes the opposite. 7 and negative 4, if you ever have a positive and negative, we know that the 7 is always, whatever's positive is going to be greater than any negative numbers. Here you're going to order from least to greatest. I'm going to skip over and just do a few of these, and you can finish them. Least to greatest. Least is the biggest negative, negative 22. Then I cross that out. The next is negative 14, negative 6, and 0. I'm going to let you do 10. Now we're going to simplify. We're going to go, let's do number 14. Negative 12, absolute value is 12, minus 1, absolute value is 1, equals 11. And we're done. Okay. Now we're going to do a couple more close to the bottom. And then I'll let you work on your own after this. I'm almost done. I know it's too long. This video is too long, but I'll try and hurry it up here. Okay. Evaluate. If A is negative 3, B is 0, and C is 1. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do 17. Actually, I'll do 15. A is negative 3, absolute value, minus C is 1. And again, I want to see you writing these out. Otherwise, it's not showing work and you wouldn't get any credit for it. So absolute value of negative 3 is 3, minus absolute value is 1. And I'm done with that. Okay? All right, students, you can do the rest of this. You rock.